I hope you are enjoying in these days this Corona vacations and
Corona vacation and
जी
जी
hello
हेलो
अच्छा
अच्छा
10-15
और
minutes
15 मिनट
hello
हेलो
नहीं आ रही, स्टूडेंट्स की आवाज नहीं आ रही, अनम्यूट नहीं, स्टूडेंट्स की आवाज नहीं आ रही। हाँ,
उनकी ये चैट आ रही है
बोल ही
हाँ
नहीं रहे।
हाँ for these 10 minutes I wanted
मिनट
uh,
वांटेड
feedback of your work. I will ask this one by one to you randomly that what are the difficulties of digging of cavities, class 1 cavity on these, whether you people in these days digging the cavities or not. You know, when you are again joining us over here after the vacations, we will check whether in these vacations you tried for the uh, designing of this cavity on these plaster models or not. When you are joining, it is essential for all the students that they should complete at least class 1 cavity or class 2 cavity on these plaster models. And then we will continue to again uh, to dig a cavities of class 3 or class 4. Roll number 12. Are you listening? Give me your views about the previous lecture and about your Zara Kamran. Hello, Zara Kamran. Okay, please tell me what are the problems you are facing in listening the lectures and digging the cavity on the models. Hello, please unmute your speaker and talk to me. Hello. I wanted to know about the difficulties. Yes, it is muted by the host. यार ये तुम्हारी तरफ से बंद है. Okay, we are looking into it. Hello. हेलो.
यस सर, आ रही है आवाज आपकी?
अब आ रही है. Zara,
यस सर।
roll number 12. Give me your idea, your feedback, whether you are working on the plaster models or not.
I haven't started yet.
You started.
I have not.
You have not. Why? You know, it is essential for all of you. Achha, give me a feedback of previous lectures, whether it was clear to you people or not, what we are talking about.
Yes, it was. So पुराना वाला lecture था, it was about coronavirus, and
वो कोरोना वायरस का तो वैसे दिया ना, जो क्लास हमने क्लास 2 के ऊपर बात की थी। हेलो।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अच्छा। So yet you have not started digging a cavity on the plaster model. Roll number roll number 1. Hello. Roll number 1, are you listening? नहीं. Roll number 22. Hello.
सर नाम ले लें, इन्होंने इस तरह नहीं बोलना।
नाम ले लें। आयशा। हेलो। ये भी एब्सेंट। रोल नंबर 36, आजिद अली।
ये भी एब्सेंट।
ऑलराइट, मायरा शौकत।
Yes, sir.
हाँ, मायरा शौकत, कैन यू गिव मी योर फीडबैक ऑफ योर वर्क?
सर जो वीडियो थी क्लास 2 कैविटीज की जो आपने ऑन करके की थी वो इतनी क्लियर नहीं नजर आ रही थी,
अच्छा,
बट वैसे
ठीक है।
समझ आ गई थी कि करना कैसे है।
अच्छा, जो हम कैमरे पे दिखा रहे थे वो आपको नजर नहीं आ रहा था सही?
जी सर, वो इतना क्लियर नहीं था और वो कभी कभार स्टक हो जाता था।
अच्छा, और आपने शुरू किया है कि नहीं किया है?
सर मेरे पास जो दो मॉडल्स थे मोलर्स के, इसमें मैंने ऑलरेडी क्लास 1 कैविटी बनाई हुई है।
नहीं हुई है?
क्लास 1 बनाई हुई है, बट मेरे पास और कोई मॉडल नहीं है जिसके ऊपर मैं क्लास 2 बना सकूं इंडिविजुअली।
अच्छा, चलें, आप ऐसा करें, हम एक और मॉडल ही नहीं है आपके पास?
जी सर।
तो आप यहाँ लाहौर में हैं या बाहर हैं?
सर लाहौर में।
तो फिर आप आके यहाँ से एक और बना लें।
सर यूनिवर्सिटी
देखें,
आता है।
देखें, ये दिस इज अ प्रैक्टिकल क्लास। We intend to make a cavities on these plaster models to practice. We can gain when we will be working on phantom heads or on patients. So we should know how to make a cavity over there. It is important for us that we should complete this. You know, your future depends upon this, that you know designing the cavity or not. Otherwise, you will be unable to work on the patients or the cavity. All right, thank you very much. Roll number 18, Fatima. Hello, Fatima. Hello. Roll number 24, Bilal Ahmed.
Hello.
अच्छा, बंद कर, चलो म्यूट कराओ। ऑल राइट,
सर
हेलो। All right, students, let's start with the class 5 cavity. Use pictures of and my voice also. So class 5 cavity is, we can uh, explain it that this is a cavity which is present on the facial or the lingual surfaces of the molars and the incisors or all the teeth near the cervical margin. The class 5 cavity is a cavity designed or a cavity digged on the facial, buccal, or lingual or palatal surfaces of anterior and posterior teeth near the cervical margin or near the crown root junction. You know, we have already discussed the principles of Black rules. And I hope you remember one slide. The Black one minute, let's see the next karo. This one. You know, G.V. Black, he make these rules. First rule on the surface of the tooth, on which the knowledge of the surface of the tooth or the tooth morphology, on which we are going to dig the cavity. Okay. So before talking to this class 5 cavity, we will slightly discuss about the general anatomy of the buccal surface of the molar. Or later on, we will discuss about all these surfaces of all the teeth of the buccal surfaces and the lingual surfaces. But for the beginner knowledge, we are digging a cavity on the facial surface of the molar. If we look onto the facial surface or the buccal surface of the molar, contemporary to the this proximal surface, I talked about this, that proximal surface near the cervical margin, it is wider than the occlusal surface. All this crest of curvatures of buccal side and the lingual side is dropping towards the cervical margin, and it is narrow from the cervical margin and wider on the cervical line. But here, if we look onto the buccal surface, it is a narrower on the cervical margin and it is wider on the occlusal margin. And the crest of curvature is dropping towards the cervical line instead of dropping towards the buccal or occlusal side. So it is more wider on the lingual surface and it is less wider in the cervical margin, and it is a wider on the occlusal surface. If we look onto this, we can view the mesial ridge on the facial side. Mesial ridge, it is running from the tip of the mesial cusp up to the cervical margin, and it is a linear elevation, and the same linear elevation is present on the distal side. If we look onto the distal side, again, we can assess one linear elevation, and on the mesial side, there is one linear elevation. The distal one is running from the tip of the distal cusp towards the cervical line. And the crest of curvature on the distal and on the mesial side is dropping towards the cervical margin. We can view the mesiobuccal groove. So now you can see the the facial surface. On here we can look the tip of the distal cusp, tip of the mesial cusp, a ridge from the mesial side and a ridge on the distal side, and in between these two cusps there is one spillway present in between the two, this distal ridge and in the distal mesiodistal cusp there is a one spillway, but there is one mesial groove running towards the cervical margin in between the distal and in between the mesial cusp. This groove arising from the center of these two cusps, and it is running towards the cervical line, and it ends almost in the middle of this surface. And where it is ending in the almost in the mesial surface, there is always present one pit, because we know this, that one tooth is erupting with the four lobes, and these four lobes joining together, and these, when they join together, they make one molar. So this pit is evident of this, that there are two different lobes, and they are joining over here, and this groove is converting into a smooth surface near this pit. Just towards the cervical margin, adjacent to this pit, there is a rounded tuberosity present, small rounded tuberosity, and this groove is turning towards the mesial side and towards the distal side. So here, just coming up to the pit, this groove is converting into a distal side and running towards a mesial side. And in between these two, there is a rounded tuberosity. This rounded tuberosity is again becoming a smooth surface up to the cervical ridge. So when we are making a class 5 cavity, we will apply the normal rules of Black, that will go around the rounded tuberosity, and we will go straight with the straight line or straight elevations. So when we are digging a cavity, class 5 cavity, we'll go around this rounded tuberosity, because the class 5, if we are defining this class 5 cavity, the definition is that it is a cavity of those lesions which are present near the cervical margins in the coronal portion, and it is not involving the pit. If it will be involving the pit, then we know this, that pit and fissure caries are a class 1 cavity. So it will be this cavity will be converted into a class 1 if this pit is involved in the carious lesion or in a problem, or we are involving this pit, then it will be defined as a class 1 cavity. But if the pit is not involved in this, and we are digging a cavity on the cervical margins, then we will dig a cavity around this rounded tuberosity, which is just present beneath this pit. And this cavity design of class 5 here in the center of this will be a arc-like structure. The arc is dropping toward the cervical margin. And beneath this, if we are designing a cavity down, we know this cervical ridge, this cervical elevation, linear elevation, is almost straight, except this is a notch. So when we are designing a cavity, class 5 cavity on the cervical wall, we'll dig a cavity almost straight. We will go straight with this elevation, and we'll make a cavity like such. The occlusal wall of the cavity will be rounded and encircling this in this rounded tuberosity, and the lower wall will be almost straight, and it will be parallel to the cervical ridge. We know this, that this arc on the distal side is dropping towards this. So we will drop an arc coming to the running with the parallelism of this arc will drop this wall towards a cervical wall. And on the mesial side again, will follow the ridge. Ridge is almost a linear ridge. It is running from the tip of this tip of the cusp and towards the cervical line. So we will drop a mesial wall like such that we will follow this ridge, and we will try to save this ridge as we are saving all the ridges on the occlusal surface or on the proximal surfaces. And if we look at this cavity design, this cavity design can be defined as this class 5 cavity is like a kidney shape. As we discussed about the class 1 cavity, that it was a mortise type, we can say that this class 5 cavity is a kidney shaped cavity near the cervical margin.
सर एक सेकंड एक स्टूडेंट समझ से जाए कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा ऑल्दो नजर आ रहा है सारा कुछ तो नजर आ रहा है सारा कुछ तो नजर आ रहा है वीडियो में आप लोगों को क्यों नहीं नजर देखो क्या कह रहे हैं स्टूडेंट ऑन करो वीडियो ऑन ही नहीं हो रही वीडियो एग्जैक्टली समझ नहीं आ रहा
All right, I will explain it again if it is not clear to you.
स्लाइड ओपन ही नहीं है स्लाइड भी ओपन
Huh?
इधर सर एक सेकंड
One,
नहीं नहीं बस नहीं सिर्फ बच्चों को जो सर मैं वीडियो बना रही हूँ उससे तो बहुत अच्छा नजर आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स को क्यों नहीं नजर आ रहा स्टूडेंट्स कह रहे हैं कि हम लोगों को कुछ भी नजर नहीं आ रहा तो हाँ तो हम जो यहाँ बना रहे हैं ये वाली वॉल पे तो बहुत अच्छा नजर आ रहा है फुल नजर आ वॉल नीचे वाली जहाँ पे सर बना रहे थे
slide new video.
ये देखो ना इसमें तो बड़ा सही नजर आ रहा है अभी देखिए ना ये तो हाँ यही चीज नजर आ रही होगी कैसे कह रहे हैं ये लोग
All right, I'm explaining it again. You know, cervical line is almost a straight ridge on the crown root junction. If you can look this on the model, you can see it is a almost straight ridge, only having this one notch. On the occlusal surface, we can see the distal ridge of mesiobuccal cusp, and we can see this is a distal ridge of mesiobuccal cusp. This is we can view one distal ridge of mesiobuccal cusp and the mesial ridge of the mesiobuccal cusp. Here again we can view the mesial ridge of the distobuccal cusp, and we can view the distal cusp of distobuccal cusp, and we can view one ridge running of the distal cusp and the distal cusp of the distal cusp and the mesial cusp of the distal cusp. So these three, in between this distal cusp and the distobuccal cusp, we can see one groove. Groove is a linear depression which is running from in the center of these two distal cusps and running towards the cervical margin. This is actually a spillway of the food. When we are chewing, the food is slipped in between this groove, and it will not go directly down towards the
लेक्चर यहीं पे स्टक हुआ क्यों नहीं नजर आ रहा उनके सीआर का भी मैसेज आया वीडियो नहीं ऑन लास्ट वीडियो नजर आई थी जब क्लास 2 बनाई थी सर ने? वो कह रहे हैं कि लास्ट वीडियो तो नजर आई थी उनको। वीडियो ऑन है मैम, अब नजर आ रही है आपको? चलो ठीक है, सबको नजर आ रही है?
Yes. Okay. So I was talking about these ridges of the mesiobuccal cusp and distobuccal cusp. This we can view when we are viewing this facial surface or the buccal surface of the molar, and we can view all these ridges present on the occlusal surface. And this from this one ridge of distal side that is running from the tip of the distal cusp towards the cervical margin, and the crest of curvature is dropping from the tip towards the cervical margin. So this cervical margin is narrower than the occlusal margin. So we can this I'm discussing to give you an idea that how we can design this cavity. The basic rule which we are applying to make a cavity is this, that we will go around the rounded tuberosities and we will go linear to the linear ridges. So on the buccal side, again, we can see our one ridge running from the tip of the mesiobuccal cusp, and it will go down towards the cervical margin. So these two linear ridges, distal and mesiobuccal, it is almost straight and dropping towards the cervical line. Cervical line, I have already talked to you that it is almost straight. So when we are designing, and in between the distobuccal cusp and the mesiobuccal cusp, there is a buccal groove, the main groove which is running towards the cervical margin, and it is almost disappear when they're up to the level of the one pit which is present in almost in the center of the facial surface. Then just below this tip, this pit, we have one rounded tuberosity, and this is because of this, that this groove is splitting into two sides, mesial and distal. Again, the food which is chewing on the occlusal surface, on this rounded tuberosity, it is slipped towards the distal and towards the buccal side instead of going down towards the gingival crest. And the food is all slip into the mucobuccal folds. So this is all because these grooves are helping us to distribute this food, chewing food, in which is not damaging the gingival margins. It is going towards the buccal surface. ये क्या है?
सर प्लीज रिपीट करवा दें, हमें अब पता चला है कि सर की वीडियो ओपन करनी है।
All right, I will. Let's explain it again. I'm ready to explain it. You know, class 5 cavity is a cavity designed on the buccal, lingual, or facial, or the palatal surfaces of the all the teeth. Say maybe incisors or anterior teeth or the posterior teeth. But these cavities are near the cervical margin where there is a crown root junction. And in these cavities, when in the design of these cavities, we are not involving the root of the tooth. We are saving the ridges which are present on the cervical margin. And when we view the facial surface or the buccal surface of the molar, here the crest of curvature of mesial and buccal, the crest of curvature, the mesial or buccal, both are dropping towards the cervical margin. So if it is the crest of curvature of the mesial or mesial and the distal these ridges are towards the cervical margin, the view of the buccal side of the molar is narrower from at the cervical margin and wider on the occlusal surface. So if it is narrow on the cervical margin and wider on this. And we can view the buccal cusp, mesiobuccal cusp, the distobuccal cusp, and the distal cusp on this facial side when we are viewing the facial side. So we are also viewing the ridges. If I'm considering this mesiobuccal cusp, we can view the distal ridge of mesiobuccal cusp and mesial ridge of the mesiobuccal cusp. Then we can view the mesial ridge of the distobuccal cusp and the distal ridge of the mesiodistal cusp. And there is one more cusp present, which is a distal cusp. So we can view the ridge of the mesial ridge and the distal ridge of the distal cusp. So a ridge arising from the tip of the distal cusp is dropping towards the cervical margin, and there is a linear elevation present on the distal side, and on the mesial side, the mesial ridge of the buccal ridge of the mesiobuccal cusp. It is also dropping towards the cervical margin. In between these ridges, there are the grooves present. The distal groove, which is on the both distal cusp, in between the both distal cusp, is dropping towards the cervical margin. And this is actually a spillway of the food. And then there is a one buccal groove, linear groove running in between the mesial and the distal cusp and dropping towards the center of this facial surface or the buccal surface. And it is converting into a smooth surface near the pit and giving a spillway towards mesial and towards distal side. And just where it is converting into a two spillways, there is a rounded tuberosity just below the pit. There is a rounded tuberosity present. So this tuberosity is again helping the food slipping towards the buccal and towards the lingual side. It is a hurdle of further chewed food that it should not go down towards the gum margin. So there will be a one rounded tuberosity present. So black, generally, if we are designing the cavity, we say that we will go around the rounded tuberosities and we will go straight with the linear elevation. So when we are digging a cavity, so class 5 cavity is a cavity which is not involving the pit or any pit. If there will be involvement of any pit in the cavity design, then this design will be converted into a class 1 design, and we will follow all the rules which are for the class 1 cavity design. So if it is designed, we will save this structure, the rounded tuberosity. We'll dig a cavity around this rounded tuberosity, and we will go around this rounded tuberosity, and we will go slightly straight with the cervical ridge. If we will go straight with the cervical ridge, then on the occlusal side, the wall will be rounded and encircling this rounded tuberosity. Then on the distal side, the wall will be following the crest of curvature. It will be a wider from the occlusal surface and dropping towards the cervical margin, and it will follow the linear elevation of the distal ridge, and then it will drop towards the cervical wall. And on the buccal side, again, we will follow the ridge curvature, and we will make a cavity design, and it will be dropping. It will be narrower slightly from the cervical line, cervical margin or the cervical wall. And here, if we look towards this cavity, which we are designing on the buccal area, on the facial area, it will be just like looking like a kidney shape. So we can say this class 5 cavity, which we are designing on the occlusal, on the cervical, near the cervical line on the facial surface or onto the buccal surface, it will always be a kidney shaped cavity. So this will be the outline form according to the morphology of this tooth. Then we are concerned with this again, the next, the resistance form, how we can create a resistance form in this cavity. So what will be the inclinations of the wall when we are digging a cavity and looking it from the buccal aspect, and we are putting this tooth straight on a 90-degree angle on a floor, then we can look into the cavity. And now we are concerned with this, that how we can create the resistance form in these cavities. So considering this, if we are making this, so we know this, that if we are designing this wall on the occlusal wall, it is a rounded wall, will give slight undercut under this wall. So in other way, when we are digging a cavity, we will make slightly wider floor of the cavity, which is actually this perpendicular wall, or if I'm considering it a floor of the cavity when I'm digging, actually if we see it will be an axial wall. It is towards the pulpal side. But when we will look onto the occlusal surface, we will consider it that it is this is wall, which we can call that this is an axial wall towards the pulpal aspect of the tooth. So we are considering this if we are considering it as a floor, then we will give slight undercut on the occlusal wall. So it will be slightly wider, and it is going towards, the undercut is towards the occlusal surface. So it will give a cut, and it will resist the material into the cavity. The depth of the cavity, again, we will consider like this. If we consider this, that the enamel thickness on the occlusal surface is 2 millimeter, 1.5 to 2 millimeter, and this depth is decreasing. And when we are reaching this width of this enamel is decreasing towards the cervical margin, and when we are here on the cervical, near the cervical margin, the enamel thickness is almost 1 millimeter. And we have a rule that we will go about 0.5 millimeter down from the dentino-enamel junction when we are digging a cavity, and we will rest the material into the dentine instead of resting it into the enamel. So we will make a cavity about 1.5 millimeter, 1 millimeter enamel and 0.5 millimeter into the dentine. So depth of this cavity at this area is normally a 1.5 millimeter down towards the axial wall, which we are considering here when I'm putting this on 90-degree angle on the paper, this tooth. I'm considering this axial wall as a floor of the cavity. If this floor of the cavity will be a deep towards the pulpal side, about 1.5 millimeter. So all these walls we will dig towards the about a 0.5 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter down towards the pulpal side. Then the other walls, we know that this wall, the buccal and the lingual wall, the buccal and the distal wall, the mesial and distal wall of this cavity is slightly rounded and dropping towards the cervical area. So we will flare this wall towards the distal or the mesial ridge. It will be flaring, will give slight flaring and outward towards this. And this we will do because we know the crystal direction. The enamel rod direction is on this area is about 90-degree angle. And if it is on 90-degree angle, when we are cutting straight on this area, we are leaving the heads of the enamel prisms over here. So we'll flare it, this enamel surface. We'll go straight for the dentine, 0.5, and we will give beveling towards the distal and towards the mesial side of these both mesial and distal walls. Then that means these are slightly flavoring outward. And here, when I'm talking about, if I talk about this cervical wall, the cervical wall will be against the enamel surface is should slightly beveled toward the cervical margin. So all these walls, the enamel area, only 1 millimeter enamel area will be flaring for the distal wall towards the distal uh, marginal ridge or distal ridge of the distal cusp. Then it is the enamel area of the mesial wall is again slightly flaring towards the mesial ridge of the mesiobuccal cusp, and on the cervical margin, again, it will be flaring towards the cervical margin. So all this will give thickness. If we are flaring this or giving this slight beveling of this area, we are increasing the thickness of the enamel or the material on these margins, which can resist against, or this can make the cavity the resistance and against masticatory forces. We know this, the masticatory force is coming from the occlusal surface towards the cervical margin. And if we are giving an undercut to this, occlusal wall, this undercut will give some retention and resistance form to the material, and this will not dislodge towards this. But we'll remember one thing, that the depth in the dentine and the angle of the walls of the cavity in the dentine will be 90-degree angle to the axial wall. Axial mean the floor of this cavity. It is on the 90-degree only in the buccal wall or the occlusal wall. In the occlusal wall, we are giving slight undercut into this. It will not, this direction of the wall of the occlusal wall will not be on the 90-degree angle with the axial wall. There will be an undercut, slight undercut, and it will be a wider on this area. So this is how we are designing the cavity, class 5 cavity on the area. And I told you that if pit is involved, then this class will be converted into a class 1. Class 5 will be converted into a class 1. And when we will design this modification, we will talk why we will go for the modification of modification in when it is converted into class 1, and how we will design a cavity for class 1, and what modification we will go. We will talk in next lectures. But here for the class 5 cavity. So I am concerned with this, that all the students, they will dig these cavities on the plaster model. Those who have completed class 1 cavity, they can dig a class 5 cavity easily on the same model on which they have digging class 1 cavity. So on same model, I wanted to see, and we will check when you will come back and join us. We will check whether you was working on these models or not in your house. You have an ample time to work on it and to make a cavities and to be expert in this, that how you are making these cavities. Because all this dental subjects, they are concerned with the constructional work and the designing of this. So the students, those who are not trying to complete all this, they will suffer. So it is my humble suggestion. I can't say it is a request, it is a suggestion that you must complete it when you are joining back to us. टूथ मॉडल्स सर, हम होस्टलाइट के टूथ मॉडल्स हॉस्टल में हैं, आइडिया नहीं था के साथ so you know, the students are very intelligent people. They know how to skip with these things. But remember one thing, that I was also a student of first year. And I know that if you, why you left and how you are skipping. It is up to you that whether you are digging a cavity, it is, remember one thing, that it is not myself, for myself. It is all up to you, whether you wanted you to be a good dental surgeon or not. So if you are working hard, if you are making these cavities, you will be enjoying your final year or a third. You will be enjoying this, that how you are completing your quota or working with the patient, and that for rest of your life. So it is my again suggestion. If you have not this, try to have it from any source, or you come to this. You must have this models. So we'll see later on. Now I'm unmuting it. If you have any question or query with this, Zishan, unmute कर दो सारे. Unmute कर दो. क्या time हो गया?
10 minutes है. 10 minutes.
आते तो ये हम unmute कर दो. हेलो.
यस सर.
हाँ जी. So problem बोले.
सर समझ आ गई है सारी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
पक्की बात है.
जी सर.
अच्छा, सबको आ गई है.
सबका तो पता नहीं हमें.
आप कौन बोल रहे हैं? रमजा.
यस सर.
अच्छा, चले कोई और. हेलो.
प्लास्टर अगर उससे मॉडल बना लें तो.
किससे?
घर में प्लास्टर पड़ा हुआ, उससे मॉडल बना ले, लेकिन एग्जैक्ट कुछ मॉडल नहीं बनेगा उसका, मतलब क्यूब टाइप.
चलो ना बने, but you should try.
Okay sir.
Look into this, that whether you are making a cavity as according to the rules or not. Even it is on a straight on a block, on a straight block. Dig a cavity, design a cavity, and shape and dig a cavity on this. We'll accept it. The plaster can be available from any shop or any area, whether you are hospitalized and you are in the remote areas or not. Dig a cavity on the soap.
Okay sir.
But my concern is that whether you are working or not, making a cavities or not. You know, it is a class for practical. All these theoretical knowledge, we will discuss it in third year, in final year, and it will be continuously discussing by us. But here we are concerned with this, that you are making a cavity, and when I'm on a board, I'm concerned with this, that you should ask me about your practical problem. Any other? Math? Hello?
Yes, sir.
My dear sir, आप कर रहे हैं काम के नहीं?
Yes, sir.
क्या बनाया आपने?
सर क्लास ये बाकी मॉडल्स हैं मेरे पास, है सब. मैं तो काम तो टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, तो मॉडल्स थे हमारे पहले भी थे, तो कर रहे हैं.
कर रहे हैं काम आप.
बाकी ये वाला सर इसकी वीडियो है ऑनलाइन कोई और?
असल में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये आपके पास जो वीडियो ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल है ना, वो इस प्रैक्टिकल वर्क की नहीं है.
ये काफी बीच में लैग होता रहा ना, पहले वीडियो चल गई थी फिर नहीं चली, तो प्रॉपर्ली जरा उस तौर पे दोबारा देखने का ना.
वो तो वीडियो जो चलाई थी वो तो सिर्फ हमने ब्लैक रूल्स की चलाई थी, वो तो फाइनल ईयर के लिए लेक्चर है या एमडीएस के लिए. यहाँ हमारा कंसर्न सिर्फ 3-4 रूल्स के. क्या कह रहे हैं
सर? ये लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड हुआ है, तो कहीं पर हुआ तो वो देख लीजिएगा अगर मिल जाए दोबारा. क्या हुआ है? ये लेक्चर आपने दिया सर, ये कहीं पर रिकॉर्ड हुआ है अगर, तो वो देख लीजिएगा, हम मिल जाए.
नहीं समझ आई, प्लीज थोड़ा सा
कह रहे हैं ये लेक्चर अगर कहीं रिकॉर्ड हुआ है तो वो अगर मिल जाए तो.
वो जो लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड हुए वो थ्योरेटिकल नॉलेज के हैं मेरे नेट पे सारे, लेकिन ये मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि अगर मुझे इसके कोई डिजाइन मिल जाए तो फिर मैं उसकी स्लाइडें बना के आपको दूं।
यस सर, थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है, बाकी आप देखो, my concern is that whether you are digging a cavity or not. So in this 1 hour class, you must have your model or chisels and try to make a cavity when you are listening all this.
रिजल्ट्स भी नहीं है हमारे पास सर।
यस सर,
रिजल्ट्स भी नहीं है हमारे
हॉस्टल
पास।
में
चीजल्स क्यों नहीं है, ये बात सोचने की है कि
ये
आप
सब
लोग
हॉस्टल में है सर।
तो आप
सर
हॉस्टल में क्यों
हॉस्टल में हमें
छोड़,
हॉलीडेज तो 15 डेज की मिली थी, लेकिन एक्सटेंड हो गई तो उसका आइडिया नहीं था।
कोई बात नहीं, वहां से आप कोई बारीक छुरी ले लें, कोई चीजल। चीजल कोई जरूरी तो नहीं है कि चीजल से आपने डिग करनी है कैविटी, साबुन पे बनाए, तो बारीक नाइफ ले लें, कुछ ले लें, प्रैक्टिस करो। ये असल बात तो इस प्रैक्टिस की है, ठीक है। बाकी तो फिर जब हम यहाँ आएंगे तो करेंगे ही काम कुछ ना कुछ। और कोई, हेलो,
नो सर, बाकी सब सही।
सब ठीक है। चलो नेक्स्ट टाइम फिर देखते हैं अब हम क्या डिस्कस करते हैं, ठीक है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
आप सब इस वक्त ऑन बोर्ड हैं?
यस सर।
अच्छा, चलो ठीक है, ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
अल्लाह हाफिज़ सर।
अल्लाह हाफिज़ सर।
ये तो नजर आ ही गया, ये तो नजर
आ रहा है।
अब नेक्स्ट क्या पढ़ेंगे?
जी सर।
अब नेक्स्ट क्या पढ़ेंगे?
सर ये जो कैविटीज वाली वीडियो है ना सर, ये आपका वो वाला आइडिया अच्छा था कि मैं बोर्ड के ऊपर ड्रॉ करके।
काम कर
जी सर।
क्लास 1 2 फिर बोर्ड पे शुरू करते हैं।